This is Simon in Central Tokyo, and you're listening to Med School Radio.
Attention, all personnel! Incoming choppers with wounded! Report to the hospital!
A 65-year-old man comes to the emergency room with shortness of breath on exertion. Physical examination shows bilateral pitting edema and crackles at the lung bases. He is treated with a medication that prevents concentration of the urine by abolishing the hypertonicity of the medulla. Which of the following areas is most likely to be affected as an adverse effect of the drug? A. Glomerulus. B. Interstitium. C. Collecting ducts. D. Tubules. Or E. Afferent arterioles. And the answer is interstitium. Before we look at the major takeaway and main explanation, let's think about why the other choices were incorrect. First, glomerulus. The glomerulus is situated at the beginning of the nephron and is the initial site of filtration. Some studies have suggested that calcium channel blockers may lead to an increase in size and sclerosis of the glomerulus. Collecting ducts. Drugs like lithium have been noted to cause nephrogenic diabetes insipidus through its action on the collecting duct. It is believed that lithium both upregulates AQP2 expression, driving up water loss, as well as induces proliferation and cell cycle arrest in principal cells. Tubules. Acute tubular necrosis can be seen in the setting of treatment with aminoglycosides, as well as other nephrotoxic medications. Oliguria sets in early on, raising the risk of hyperkalemia. Recovery is marked by polyuria and the possibility of hypokalemia. And afferent arterioles. Vasoconstriction of the afferent arterioles is seen in therapy involving drugs such as cyclosporin and mannitol. Continued vasoconstriction can lead to decreases in renal blood flow and glomerular filtration rate. Now let's look at the major takeaway. Furosemide is a loop diuretic that prevents the reabsorption of sodium, potassium, and chloride. In certain patients, furosemide and other loop diuretics can carry the risk of acute interstitial nephritis. And now the main explanation. The medication described in the question is a loop diuretic such as furosemide. The majority of medications in this class are sulfur-containing drugs and carry the risk of allergic reactions. In certain patients, this drug can cause interstitial nephritis. For these patients, ethacrynic acid can be used instead because it does not contain a sulfur group. The collecting ducts and collecting tubules is the location of action for the potassium-sparing diuretics and not a site of furosemide toxicity. The action of loop diuretics occurs distal to the glomerulus and afferent arterioles, and these areas are not affected by furosemide toxicity.
So I sing you to sleep after the loving with a song I just wrote yesterday. And I hope you can hear what the words and the music have to say. It's so hard to explain everything that I'm feeling face to face. I just seem to go dry. But I love you so much that the sound of your voice can get me high. Thanks for taking me on a one-way trip to the sun. And thanks for turning me into a someone. So I sing you to sleep after the brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new. Oh, but after the love, I'm still in love with you. So I sing you to sleep. After the loving, I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying